Welcome back to another Pokemon What If Wednesday, where every Wednesday morning I go through last week's investing and collecting questions, where your guys' questions will actually be featured in the video, and one person's question will help me make the thumbnail every single week. So please drop your questions down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And if I did comment to you saying great question, I might use this, and I didn't, please put that same question again and maybe shorten it up if it's too long. And then two, I'm not saying I'm some guru who just knows everything, but when I'm unsure, I always like to talk it out with a few people. It always helps me make my final decision. But before we get started, we do have to give thanks to our video sponsor real quick, and that is Collectr. This app is the best of the best when it comes to tracking your current collection. They have over 1.5 million products tracked with over 25 different TCGs. You can track raw cards, graded cards, sealed products, even master sets. They also have pop reports, sold listings, and they have an awesome social component too, where you can actually, share your entire collection with all of your friends. And then two, you can even go to the home page and scroll all the way down to the bottom and see my profile there and see everything that I have in my collection. And then two, one of my favorite things is you can actually use your camera and just scan the cards and boxes. It makes it so much faster. So definitely check them out. All the links are in the description. And make sure you follow them on Instagram and stuff. They're always doing giveaways. But all right, let's get to it. So first question is from @KyleG. Would you be looking to sell Pokemon Center ETBs for Journey Together? I don't think the set will be as popular when it actually releases. So we'll take a little peek here on eBay. Last sold for the Pokemon Center ETB, $213, $200, $170, $180, $200. So it's definitely getting cheaper. This was a $240, $250 Pokemon Center ETB all day long. But here's the thing. You still have a Pokemon Center ETB. Especially if you're supposed to be investing and not just a scalper, just a quick flipper. The Pokemon Center ETB is a great product. And you've seen if we do get a reprint, it's instantly gone. So this is an awesome product to sit on. So I'm personally not worried at all if this thing drops to $150 or whatever drops to $100. I don't care because I know in the future, a year, 2 years down the road, this thing's going to be pretty expensive. So I do think prices will come down, especially, when this set is about to release. That's when we're going to start getting leaks for the next set. You know how Pokemon always does that. And then I see so many people say the set is just terrible. It's just mid. And it's a smaller set, and if you compare it to the other smaller sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, it's 10 times better. Except for maybe like 151, because everybody loves 151. But still, we're on PokeData right now, just looking at these cards. The Lily's Clefairy, $591 for the Japanese set. Now again, it's going to be a trainer card like that. It might not be that expensive for us. It's still going to be pretty spendy, but there's so many awesome cards in here too. The Zoroark EX, selling for $180 for them. The Salamence, my favorite card in the set. You got to think, if you look at the entire Scarlet and Violet era, we don't have that many older, popular Pokemon with beautiful special illustration rares without crowns. Be like 151, Paldean Fates, Surging Sparks, all those sets have very popular Pokemon with regular special illustration rares. They don't have the weird crowns and stuff. They don't have the border because there's just so many people that do not like that stuff. And then two, we got trainers, which trainers in English is not nearly as popular as Japanese. But still, I think this set is definitely one of our better sets. Of course, it's small, so it can only be so good. But I love the variety. The illustration rares are top tier. Articuno, the Ends Reshiram, which is going to be a promo for us. The Wailord, I think, is crazy. Lycanroc, pretty popular Pokemon throughout the generations. And then, of course, we got a couple not so popular Pokemon, but still, I think this set's very solid. We're getting brand new full arts that we've never gotten before. Then the booster box has a box topper. There's a lot going for this set for sure. So yeah, I would not call this set mid. I think it's actually one of our better sets, especially for this size. I just love the variety in it. Big fan, a lot going for it for sure. Because I see so many people say it's mid or it's absolute trash. Worst set in the Scarlet and Violet era, which if you're saying that, you do not know what you're talking about. And you obviously do not know what's in these other sets. Because you got to think all our early sets were pure Gen 9. If you did not like Generation 9, you're not going to enjoy the set too much. So I'm loving we're getting some good variety. And then, again, too, I see people comparing these sets to Shining Fates and Vivid Voltage, which is an absolutely terrible comparison. I've even seen some big YouTubers mention this, and it's just incorrect. The only reason Vivid Voltage and Shining Fates crashed so hard, yes, we got a very, very big reprint, but it's because we got alternate arts after that. I remember it clear as day. Nobody wanted it. They just wanted all the alternate art cards. They didn't care about rainbow cards anymore. So, of course, Vivid Voltage and Shining Fates, which have absolutely, zero illustration rare cards or alternate art cards, you know, of course they're going to be left in the dust when we're getting Battle Styles, Chilling Rain, you know, Evolving Skies, all these crazy sets. So I guarantee you, I've said it 100 times, if Vivid Voltage and Shining Fates had alternate arts, those would be some of the most expensive sets in the Sword and Shield era. So don't listen to those people that are saying it's just like Shining Fates and Vivid Voltage, because they do not know what they're talking about. They probably weren't even there. Next is from @Cooper Collins 1780. Will Prismatic get a UPC? They are not getting a UPC, but they are getting a super premium collection and a premium figure collection. So the super premium collection will release on May 16th and the figure collection will release on September 26th. Next is from @Norse Collector. Hey, a few videos ago you said that you used to buy a box of Unified Minds, I believe it was, every month for about a year. I was wondering if you would do the same now, what would you buy and why? So since everything's super crazy right now, I actually like to slow down a little bit and then really try to get these pre-orders in for good deals. You know, these Pokemon Center ETBs at 60 bucks and stuff like that. Just so I'm not overspending. You guys know I love to get at the bottom. But if you do want to get some booster boxes right now, the smartest thing would probably get the booster boxes that are less likely to reprint. And we're pretty confident that we're not going to get reprints of Scarlet Violet Base and Paradox Rift. If it were me personally and I wanted to get some booster boxes right now, like I said, I'm kind of waiting. You know, I got a bunch of pre-orders and stuff too. So I would probably get Scarlet and Violet Base and Paradox Rift. I feel like Paradox Rift is just so undervalued. And then Scarlet and Violet Base is the first set ever with silver borders. It has the Miraidon, which is the mascot of the entire Generation 9. And then it has a Gardevoir line in it. Very, very solid set. And then Scarlet and Violet Base that actually has some of the most expensive PSA 10 illustration rares. There's a lot of value in Scarlet and Violet Base set that people just don't really know about. But like I said, try to get those pre-orders in. Try to find Prismatic Evolutions at MSRP, just because we have, you know, an awesome product right now, and people are finding these constantly. You got to find out when your store stocks, and that's your best chance, obviously. Or two, you know, sign up with all the apps for like Walmart and Target and hit notifications and all that. And then two, there's a ton of Discords. You know, there's free Discords, there's Discords you can pay for that will update you instantly. But all right, next is from @N1Cough31. Hey Beard, I've been buying singles from the Scarlet and Violet sets and I've been wanting to move into some Sword and Shield alternate arts, specifically the Aerodactyl. Do you think the alts will calm down or should I bite the bullet and get some now? Thanks and love the content. So I still feel like the Aerodactyl is pretty undervalued, and I could see this card being $150, $175 card easily. So this is the 1 year chart on TCG Player. It got up to 139, then down to 95, and now last sold 175 for a PSA 9, 127, 115, 100, 120, 93. So if you can find the card for around $100, I feel like that's a awesome buy. And in my opinion, this has the coolest, like, actual scene background out of every single Sword and Shield alternate art. If you disagree, let me know down below which one you guys like better. But I'm talking like an actual scene, because if you really look at it, like, it's absolutely insane. It also has some of my favorite Pokemon in the background too. I love the, you know, the fossil dinosaur type like Pokemon. But definitely I feel like this is an undervalued card. And it looks like the absolute low on here was $82. That's about as low as I've seen it. So even if you do buy it at around 100 and let's say all alt arts drop or whatever, I cannot see it getting below 80 bucks. So you're really not missing out on too much money. Next is from @BeastSolace17. Do you think it's worth selling the new Umbreon right now with the hype or hang on to it long term? Got super lucky and hit out of one ETB. So it's actually not a Umbreon, it is a moon. Umbreon's a moon Pokemon, so they would never put a sun behind there. Opossum Bud just dropped a video about that. But me personally, I would probably sell this Umbreon card. And then of course I would get it graded too if it is nice. You know, get that back as fast as possible. But yeah, these prices are absolutely crazy. I don't think it should be more expensive than the actual Umbreon VMAX, which pretty much everybody kind of likes and is such an established card. I see a lot of people saying this is not their favorite Umbreon card at all. I've seen some people say they like it more than the Umbreon VMAX. You know, it's kind of different for everybody, but I don't know. I would probably sell this card. We got sales at $2,295 raw, $1,950, $1,700, $1,549, $2,000. Prices are all over the place. Even the Japanese one is actually going up too, just because, you know, this card is pretty hard to pull for the English side. Now, I've also seen people say, it's got the same pull rates as all the other main sets. Well, those sets have booster boxes. This is a specialty set. So it's extra brutal because we got to pay, expensive prices for these ETBs. And that's the best product that we can get, which is not very many packs. So next is from @BigCasey Hey Beard, what do you think of a Pokemon Unite set? I think a Pokemon Unite set would be the craziest set to ever release if they did. Take a look at the roster, the different skins you can get in the game, and imagine SIRs of those costumes. Yeah, it is pretty crazy. I used to play a little Pokemon Unite, but yeah, the costumes definitely go hard. It would be a pretty fun set, to be honest. And it would probably get a lot of people into the game, too. So, honestly, not a bad idea. I'm surprised they haven't really done it yet. Next is from @MattJackal474. I'm constantly astounded by the growth and popularity of the Van Gogh Pikachu, especially with the quantities we've seen being sold on eBay. Where do you see this card end up in the future? Rise, fall, or hold? Personally, I don't love the art, so as prices continue to rise, it's getting more and more tempting to sell, but it also seems to have hit iconic status, iconic enough that it might be worth keeping long term. What would you do? So I wanted this card, but I didn't even want to pay $100 for this card. This card was free, and they had thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of copies. Like, you can go look up the pop reports. It's insane. So I personally could see this card going up a little bit more, and then once Pokemon dies down a little bit, I could see this card falling pretty hard. I could see it coming back down to like a $150 card or something like that. Again, just a guess, but I think this card is definitely a little overrated for the price. I get it. It's a pretty unique card, but still, it should not be this expensive for a free card. Next is from @Bagwet7523. Hey Beard, thanks for all the videos. Just wondering what your favorite Lucario card is. Hoping for a cool alt art version in the future. Yeah, I'm honestly shocked that they do not use Lucario more in these sets. I mean, we got it for the Crown Zenith promo, but I'm not the biggest fan of the promo. This is my favorite Lucario card, and honestly, if you look at all the Lucario cards, it's kind of slim pickings. But this is the tag team one with Melmetal. I don't mind Melmetal. Not my favorite, but I think the card looks pretty sweet. Great colors. But if you go back and you look at all these Lucario cards, there really isn't that many. I mean, we got a nice Hidden Fate shiny one, and then the Rainbow from Forbidden Light, couple mega cards, couple regular full arts, but nothing super, super crazy. So hopefully soon we get a really, really nice Lucario card. I would love that. We got the Riolu illustration rare in the Scarlet Violet era, but we need a good special illustration rare. Next is from @Luke45879. Hey Beard, with the release of Prismatic Evolutions and the Evolutions getting the spotlight and Moonbreon exploding, do you think that Karen's Umbreon would be a good buy to go up? It's been very flat for a couple years now. I've always wanted this card, and I'm thinking now might be the time to bite the bullet and buy a PSA 10 before it shoots up. So PSA 10 prices for this card are pretty spendy, and it is going up right now. So we're on Pokedata. It was $1,600 in September. Now it says last sold $2,624. Raw's going up a little bit too right now. So yeah, this card is definitely moving. You might have missed it, but I can see it going up a little bit more. Let's see, the high was $2,600 now. The high before was $2,857 in 2023. But yeah, the last sale here is from Z&G Emporium at $2,375. We did have a sale before that at $3,000. So if you can find this card still for a really, really good deal, I'd maybe pick it up. This is probably my favorite Umbreon card. You guys got to see this card in person. The holo really, really pops, and it's just adorable. Just curl up into a ball like that. Next is from @StacyMellow5732. Hey Beard, I've been looking for decently priced sealed products and found the premium tournament collections. All are at MSRP or below, with the exception of the Marnie one. I was wondering if you thought these would be a good long-term investment. Thanks. So it really depends on what packs are inside of them. So do your research on the packs before you buy any of these and make sure they have some solid packs inside. One of the reasons the Marnie's so expensive is because it comes with like 2 or 3 of her trainer cards that are actually like signed, like printed on there. And all these other ones, they didn't get that. So that's why the Marnie's always been, a top dollar box out of these. I don't think too many people like specifically collect all of these. I mean, my dad was even a milkman, and they literally remind me of milk cartons, and I still don't really care to collect them. So I don't know. Just get the ones that have really, really good packs inside, and you'll be okay, because worst case scenario, the boxes aren't super collectible. you know there's good packs inside that you can just open up and take out and sell some loose packs. Next is from @Richard HT2 Jr. What do you think of Stellar Crown singles? The set seems overlooked. So let's take a little peek. This is what I like to do to really see how good a set is. Get rid of the top 3 cards. Terapagos, Squirtle, Bulbasaur. Now look at the set. Does the set interest you? Do you think it has like, a good appeal to everybody? Because in my opinion, if you get rid of those top 3 cards, the next best cards we have is Hydrapple, Dash Bun. We got a couple solid, nice special illustration rare trainers. I'll give them that. And then the gold cards are decent. And then we do have a couple nice illustration rares, but in my opinion, the set is definitely, again, it's a smaller set. And then too, even if you compare it to Battle Partners, which this is the Japanese version, you get rid of the top 3 cards right here. You still have Iono's Bellybolt gold card, Hobbs Zacian special illustration rare. We still got the Salamence special illustration rare, the Volcanion, and Reshiram, which is going to be a promo. The full arts we've never gotten before, the Articuno illustration rare, the Whale Lord. So yeah, I feel like Stellar Crown is definitely one of our weaker sets, and of course it's not a bad set. All of the Scarlet and Violet era sets are really good when you compare them to all of Pokemon, but I don't think Stellar Crown has the craziest lineup. The Squirtle and Bulbasaur absolutely save this set. And I'm a big fan of the Terapagos, and I'm happy that it's holding decent value, because I had a feeling it might drop down to like $60, $70, but it's been holding strong, and it's so much better than the Prismatic Evolutions Terapagos. Next is from Crux Faint 614. Hey Beard, do you think we will see the team up style come back sometime this era, the next, or never? I definitely feel like they will bring those back. Probably not in the Scarlet and Violet era, but I definitely feel like they're just keeping that in their back pocket, and we'll definitely use that for sure. Next is from Joshua Ruiz 1976. Our master sets, good investments. I have an offer on the table. Someone wants to trade their XY Evolutions booster box for my 151 master set. What would you do? So normally I would say trade that in a heartbeat, but I'm not the biggest fan of XY Evolutions. I feel like it's a little overvalued, to be honest, even though it's been flat for a while. It's not my favorite set. And then master sets for Modern, I'm not the biggest fan of. They are a little hard to move, but you do have 151. So that's like the best master set you can get basically for the Scarlet and Violet era so far, besides maybe Prismatic. But, 151 will be the most sold master set for the Scarlet and Violet era. But just remember, selling master sets can be difficult. A lot of people like to open the packs, and a lot of people like to buy singles. There's not too many people out there that are just dropping, thousands of dollars on master sets. I've tried to sell master sets before that I've bought in lots, where I have doubles or triples of them, and they do take a while to sell for sure. So you got to keep that in mind. It really just depends on if you really like XY Evolutions. It probably will go up, especially it's got reprints of Charizard and everything, and we got Megas coming, so there's a decent chance it does have another spike. It's just personally not my favorite set. Wish I could help a little more on that one. Next is from @JerryZard OSRS 8657. Hey PokeBeard question. I'm collecting at least one booster box of every main set since Evolving Skies. I'm missing Obsidian Flames, Surging Sparks, and want to get Journey Together too, but the prices are through the roof right now, even for pre-sale. What is your advice to obtain these boxes? Wait until the prices come down or buy now? So, I'm waiting on Journey Together and Surging Sparks. I definitely have a feeling we'll get big reprints of those, and you should be able to get those cheaper. I mean, Journey Together is coming down in price right now. But now for Obsidian, we probably won't get a reprint, but I definitely think the boxes will come down in price. Just wait till we get the next few sets, and we have Prismatic, Journey Together, Team Rocket to choose from. Not too many people are going to be spending $170 to $200 on an Obsidian Flames booster box. So, personally, I'd probably just wait on all 3. Next is from @Arvisconti. Hey Beard, my son and I are going to our first card show the first weekend of February. Any tips? So just make a list of the cards you really, really want and look up the prices the day before, just so you have an idea so you're not getting ripped off at all. And then make sure you bring some stuff you want to trade, because a lot of people are down to trade. And then for the card shows, some card shows are 1 day, some card shows are 3 days. So the first day, right when you get there, is your best chance to find really, really clean cards that, maybe the guy just got a big lot the day before and didn't have time to send them out grading. So that's your best chance to find the super clean cards. But let's say it's a 3-day show. The Sunday is your best day to get good deals. Go there towards the end of the day when people are, going to pack up soon. And a lot of people just want to get rid of their stuff. So that's the best day where you can go and actually shoot some offers and get some crazy good deals. And the most important thing is just to have fun, meet some new people. There's a lot of awesome people at those card shows. Next is from @BennyDW3. Hey Beard, 90s kid here. I just gotten back into Pokemon in the last year. My question is, how do you determine the amount of new product you'll open on release? I do it with my wife and kids, and most of the time there's nothing left to put back into my collection. Thanks for the great videos. So I think it's actually a great opportunity to teach your kids to not just sit and rip and rip and rip. So, depending on your budget, let's say if you have a decent sized budget, I think the best way to actually do it with your family, a booster box, because then you see all the big YouTubers doing booster boxes, so that's going to be super fun for your kid. And then an ETB, so you're getting that promo. That's probably what I would do. If you really wanted to open stuff on every set release, and then maybe just get yourself another booster box and ETB to keep sealed, and then bring your kid to the card store or card show, and then have them buy the singles, like teach them to actually collect a set. And then too, you got these giant PokeTubers who are opening thousands of packs, and then it makes the kids feel like they have to open that many. And then too, we even got legit PokeTubers that are pulling master sets, which makes kids want to pull master sets, which is probably the biggest waste of money you could possibly do in Pokemon. And the amount of times I've seen people say, no, I don't buy singles, I only pull my cards. That's just crazy to me. Like, to me, you just like gambling and the thrill of opening packs more than owning the actual cards. Because to me, I like the cards so much that I'm going to do whatever I can to get these cards and save the amount of money that I can to get more cards. Of course, I like to open some packs here and there. It's an awesome gamble. It's a good rush. And every once in a while, you will get lucky. But most of the time, you won't, and it's a waste of money, and I'm not getting the cards that I want. And I'm collecting Pokemon. That's what I'm doing here. So just open a couple boxes on release, and then try to teach your kids to buy singles. And then every once in a while, buy a few sleeve boosters or like a 3-pack blister just for like a splurge purchase at Walmart or whatever it is, or Target. That's super, super fun. All right, next is from @ZachOverly5450. Hey Beard, what are your thoughts on trading a Prismatic PC ETB for a regular Evolving Skies ETB? I'm very tempted. That's a tough one because I love Evolving Skies, but it does not have that promo. And we're talking an Eevee promo. So personally, I would probably rather have the Prismatic Pokemon Center ETB, to be honest. Because, the set's very strong, has very high value cards, even though it's brand new, but still multiple Umbreons. The set will do great. And you got to think the Pokemon Center ETB is the best possible product for Prismatic Evolutions. The Evolving Skies regular ETB, you still have the Pokemon Center ETB and the booster box on top of that. If you got multiple of the Prismatic Pokemon Center ETBs, then I would definitely trade one. But if you just have one, I personally would probably keep that. Next is from @FruitGoblin. Should I move my PSA 10 Moonbreon for sealed product? We've seen booster boxes continuously outperform the most expensive card in the set. Or do you think it will continue climbing and still be a grail long term? For more context, got lucky and pulled it myself, so initial investment is just a cost of some packs, $50 to $60 if that matters to you. Yes, I do love knowing how much you have into it. That definitely helps me, figure everything out. So if it wasn't the Umbreon, I'd say instantly sell it. But the Moonbreon is a crazy card. Like, I think it's basically the first edition Charizard of the modern era. And I could definitely see it going up a little more and then even coming down when Pokemon dies down a little bit. But I don't think it'll ever come down a ton. It really depends on what you're trading for. The only thing I'd probably trade the Moonbreon for is like high-end sealed products. Like we're talking Evolving Skies booster boxes, or like I said, like legit crazy Pokemon Center ETBs. That's the only way I could see it outperforming the Moonbreon. But I could see the Moonbreon being a $5,000 card. The amount of people that want that card is crazy. The pop is super high. So I would only do it if you are trading for like super, super good sealed products. I wouldn't do it for just like random stuff. Next is from @TheDeer7304. How do you feel about long-term investment of sealed Surging Sparks products? I like it. I wouldn't be paying some of these prices for some of these. It literally gets restocked every week at Target. And I have a buddy who works at Target, and he's always getting Surging Sparks stuff. So you will definitely be able to find this stuff, and wait till we get big reprints and, Prismatics everywhere, Journey Together, Team Rocket. You will be able to find Surging for a good deal. So I could definitely see a lot of the prices coming down. But in the future, a couple years down the road, it will definitely go back up in price. It's definitely one of the best sets in the Scarlet and Violet era, especially for the special illustration. The variety is just top tier. It's nothing like Vivid Voltage that has no alternate arts. Next is from @ZZisco69. Thoughts on Marab fight. Also, who's your top 5 favorite fighters? Can be current or all time. So we're talking UFC here. Marab has crazy cardio, like seriously insane. Probably the best cardio in the entire UFC. I just can't see too many people beating him. He's not my favorite to watch at all, but man, he just does not stop. And my top 5 favorite fighters, Sean O'Malley. I love Paddy Pimblett. And then, a little bit older, like John Jones. I used to be obsessed with Rampage Jackson. And then Chuck Liddell. Those are probably my top 5 favorite fighters. Next is from @Sultan of Sauce. Hey, Mr. Beard, I'm debating on selling some Terastal Festival and a couple of slabs to get some Astral Radiance / Chilling Rain booster boxes. What do you think? Keep up the awesome content. I don't mind that. We're going to get a big reprint of Terastal Festival. It's a brand new set, so I have a feeling you'll be able to get those boxes pretty cheap once that actually happens, but then they'll probably go back up, and you never know, we'll probably get another reprint of it too down the road. But Astral Radiance and Chilling Rain, we probably will not. So I like that idea. Next is from @Collectors Endgame. Okay, here's a good one. How do you store your sets? How are they set up? So super good question. So since I don't really do modern master sets anymore, besides like, celebrations or like maybe 151, but so for my Scarlet and Violet era binder, like right now I have all of the illustration rares and then the special illustration rares for each set. Then for Sword and Shield, I have the alternate arts with the trainer galleries, and then I have another binder of Sword and Shield that has like celebrations, all the amazing rares, like the gold cards and stuff like that. And then like for my other binders, I basically just have the best cards from each era, and then I kind of combine them depending on how many cards there are. So like for the next binder, which is my yellow binder, that has like all the Sun and Moon alternate arts. It has all the Sun and Moon secret rares. And then like it has the XY Primal 3, some of the XY promos that are my favorite. Then it has the first ever black and white full art cards because there's not a ton of cards in black and white that I really want to collect. Stuff like that. So like that binder literally has the best cards in the Sun and Moon, X and Y, and black and white era all in one binder. Not too overly full, but then I have another binder that has like all the legend cards from the Hard Gold Soul Silver era and, all the prime cards. And then I put like the Call of Legend cards in there because that's next. So basically every binder I have is like the best cards of that era or maybe a couple eras combined. And I like that so much more than looking through, these modern master sets of, 100 non-hollow, reverse hollows of the same basic arts. So that's what I do for my sets. All right, and last question is from @Giovanni Valencia 291. I'm considering buying Japanese 151 or Terastal Festival booster boxes. What do you think is a better buy long term? So I would probably buy Japanese 151 right now. Like I said, we're going to get a Terastal Festival reprint, and prices should definitely come down a little bit. In Japanese 151, it has the Master Balls, and it is 151 with Charizard and everything. And we did not get those Master Balls for English. So it's a pretty special set when you really think about it. So I'd definitely buy some Japanese 151. And then if you do see Terastal Festival come down, probably get a couple of those too. But all right, that was today's Pokemon What If Wednesday. Like I said before, if you guys have any questions, please drop them down below for a chance to be in next week's video. And then too, if you guys like this content, make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, leave a like and comment. And if you guys want to support more, check out my Instagram, give me a follow there, or you can join my YouTube membership. It's only 99 cents a month. I also post when stuff comes back in stock on there too, like Pokemon Center ETBs or 151 or Prismatic or anything like that. But all right, I want you guys to have a great day. And if you want to check out my last Pokemon Market Monday, where I actually put a little bit of vending footage at the end, click this video here. Otherwise, we'll see you next time.